Come in! You call me to your office. What do you want? Well, start of all, I want to talk to you about your reputation and your results as manager of this soccer club since you arrived here, and also statistics of this season, what I don't believe that I need to talk to you about, and my final decision to make. We've been giving you time after time after time to get some results, some good results into the top four. Our expectation is to win the Premier League title. Last season, I give you benefit and the doubt last season, as is your first season in charge of this club. But we haven't got a choice but to sack you right now. We want to win the Premier League title. We want to win that title. We want to conquer Europe. And you haven't done that, unfortunately, this season. We've dropped out in the Europa League. We are ninth in the Premier League. Fans are sick and tired of you being coach of this team. We're not getting anywhere because of you. So we've decided to terminate your contract right now. Goodbye, good riddance, and get lost out of my room. What do you say? Look, give me the benefit of the doubt. I give you the benefit of the doubt already, Conte. We invest so much money with your team. We signed players throughout this transfer window. All your players you wanted at this club, and you didn't do that. You failed to have our reputations to win the Premier League title. So I'd say you're fired. Get out of my office right now, and you're sacked. And we will pay you that contract for 2 more years. We'll pay you, and you can get lost. We want to win trophies, not to piss about and finishing in 9th position and competing with domestic titles. We want more than that. We want to conquer Europe, Republic State Soccer Premier League, and also everything, okay? And you didn't do that, Conte. So goodbye, get lost. We'll pay you your contract for the 2 more years, and you're sacked. Breaking news here today on Sky Sports Republican here today. My name is Jim Orange. We've got a break to you here in the Premier League that Inter Tolga manager Antonio Conte has been sacked as manager. He's been manager for the last 19 months in charge of Inter Tolga. Last season, he came second under his first season in charge. Were close on winning the Premier League title last season, but they're only like 12 points behind they were from Feyenoord, however. But then, however, the owner of Inter Tolga even told Conte to win the Premier League title the following season if they can't do it in his first season. But that promise has broken, and that was very, very bad. And they made a very tough decision, and they made it very bold indeed that Conte will no longer be the manager of Inter Tolga. Inter Tolga got a match against Aston Villa in the Europa League second leg on Thursday, but who'll be taking over as manager in that game against Aston Villa, of course? That'll be a very interesting one. But that'll be probably the caretaker or whoever will take over that game, of course. Well, Tolga definitely through against Aston Villa anyways, and they are through in the next round of the RS Open Cup. But the owner of Inter Tolga, the Qatar owner, said that they want to compete for the Premier League title. They don't want to compete for any domestic titles. He said that the Premier League is the main objective. We want to dominate Europe. We want to dominate the Premier League every single season. And Conte has failed to do that. And he said that we might say the wish the best of luck in his future endeavours as respect, but we want to make sure we compete. And that's what all matters, really, end of the day. Compete for the Premier League title instead of being loyal to the manager. And the process of a new manager, he said, that will start underway right now. So who could be the manager of Inter Tolga? There was a lot of speculation that Thomas Tuchel, the former manager of Liverpool, of course, and Borussia Dortmund, could be taking over Inter Tolga, of course. That could actually be the biggest key manager, the German Thomas Tuchel, and he could be the one could take over Conte's reign as manager for Inter Tolga. Or it could be Carlo Ancelotti. Well, Ancelotti's been out of the job of South Coast Rangers since 2019, and he's looking for a job in the RSV, and that could be a job for Ancelotti, perhaps, maybe. Or they might go for Rafa Benitez. Rafa Benitez is out of a job at the moment, and he could be the favourite to take over Conte's reign, perhaps. We'll just have to wait and see. But anyways, that is the breaking news right there. Conte's been sacked. So let's hear what the Inter Tolga fan had to say about the reveal of Conte being sacked. Yes, Jim Orange, we have a fan here next to me right now to discuss about the disappointment on the manager Conte being sacked. How do you feel that Conte, you found out just now that he'll be departing as manager of Inter Tolga? Has he done a good job throughout those 19 months in charge? Do you think he deserves more time as manager or not, do you reckon? Well, I thought I was a bit shocked, to be honest, if you to hear that Conte was sacked as manager. I know that he's been there for 19 months in charge, been a year and 7 months he's been in charge of his club. But, you know, it's gone both ways, I reckon. I think that they should have given him a bit of time, maybe give him a bit of time to gel the players they signed in August. But, you know, we've been having those players for the last 7 months, and now we're ninth in the table, and that's not acceptable in our books, and we should be challenging for the Premier League title. So in that respect, I think Conte had to go, but in a way that he's a good coach still. He's a good manager, I think, personally. He did get us in second position last year. He was trying to build a team of Inter Tolga, but unfortunately the results weren't on his way, of course. You know, getting knocked out into the Europa League, dropping out in the Europa League from the Champions League, finishing third in the group stages in December. You know, picking up some poor results. Didn't pick up the most points since December. We only picked up 9 points from December. So that wasn't good enough. We're obviously now 10 points from the top 4, and that ain't good enough as well. And we've picked up a draw against Wernord. All right, we might have won the RS Open Cup on the weekend, but that doesn't paper over the cracks, in my opinion, beating Foxford Hares. But it's not been very, very great, it hasn't been. It hasn't been for our team. So I think a change had to be made. But it is sad to see a manager go, but I think that whoever comes in next will do probably a good job, maybe. Who do you think will come in next? Who do you think he'll be your manager next after Conte? I'll probably go for the fans who want to see Thomas Tuchel, the former Liverpool and Borussia Dortmund manager. He's a very good coach, a very good manager. He did elsewhere in those teams he played for. I know that he is a younger manager with he's not much experience, but you know, he's got some pedigree at Dortmund and pedigree at Liverpool. And maybe that could be someone that could really help our team go forward, maybe. And maybe put us into a good position. Really help our team go forward, maybe. And maybe put us into a good position. Maybe he might put us challenging for the league title. So I think Tuchel will be my man to take over this club, I think. And it's a shame to have Conte getting sacked, but I think we have to look at ourselves in the mirror. That we have to look at changing a little bit, because I think we can't keep on going for that regime all the time, keep on having the same manager. Maybe it was a good idea we sacked him. Maybe it was a bit bad that we sacked him during the game we got to play Aston Villa on Thursday, but I'm happy I can take a sack for him today, despite what happened in these months he had. So yeah, but good luck with his future endeavours anyways. Thank you very much there, fan, and that was the fan there talking to us here on Sky Sports Republican. Cheers there. And that was that there from the interview guy, of course, interviewing a fan outside the Inter Tolga Stadium. But let me look at these record Antonio Conte at the club of Inter Tolga since he joined in the summer of 2019. In his first season, in the 1920 season, he won 31 games, 3 draws and 7 losses, and came second in the Premier League. In his second season, in the 20-21 season, he won 17 matches in all competitions this season. He drew 5 games in all competition and lost 8 in all competition. And he finished 9th until he was sacked, obviously, today. His total record with 48 wins in all competition, with 8 draws and 15 losses in all competitions, and his percent record is 58%, win record is 58. And that's going to be that here today on Sky Sports Republican, and we'll hear you the more latest on who will take over his reign as manager in Tolga. Will it be Thomas Tuchel? Will it be Ancelotti? Or will it be Rafa Benitez? But a lot of fans want to see Tuchel take over next. That's going to be that here today from myself here today, of course, Jim Orange. Goodbye for now.